Hello.
When he gets his team pumped off the back of that, when he starts standing up and starts shouting at the other team and starts getting his teammates involved emotionally, that's when Sentinels gets very scary. 5 kills at the end of last game on Brim. This game, he's already matched that on Killjoy, round 3.
But it was only a bonus.
It
Bringing
was.
it back to reality, only a bonus. High quality, high tempo, sure. But a bonus nonetheless. Now into the buy. The Odin's still retained. That's in the hands of Chronicle this time around. And a very different setup. So Sentinels will have to try and navigate this new look to Lotus.
The Odin spam, so dangerous and so much damage has gone through here. Alpha picking up that first one through that Viper wall just to spam.
And it's Zelsys, Dreams crushed after such an impactful
Ayan,
round.
hello.
And they're sent packing again.
Ayan.
Durka jump spotting this C mound area, gets that refreshed one-way smoke. He's going to be able to get the information, heal away, stay alive. Boaster probably going to be in a position to use a paranoia to stall or anything. Durka cannot overextend here. He needs to make sure that whenever he sees these guys, he backs out and he plays his life. He needs to value it. Letting Sentinels fight back, get another round here cannot be allowed to happen.
Boaster looking for a pixel. Anyone trying to cross through.
FNC, I think last match round
seems aware. Actually, Paranoia didn't land. Dirk with a new lease of life. Counter Paranoia. It may not be on, but Dirk certainly is. Finds 2. Answered back sight. Still under contest. Hero overwhelmed. And Zeka doing everything he can. Plant in play. Trying to make it happen. Good damage. Look at Alpha.
HP.
So low. Pop of the ult here. Need this plant in now. And it is.
Zoned away, respecting that showstopper, but Paint Shell still in play for Zekin. They can back out, they can reposition. Alpha down so low, and Chronicle full HP with that Odin.
Play retake with, but it's got to be traded off of Alpha, right? And for Sasi, 64, still sitting better off. Did he get spotted? He did! Alpha finds him! Zekin though, can the man become a monster? It looks like he might be able to! 3 in this round, he needs 4! And where does he wait? Where does he guess? The gap closes, 50 HP. Paint Shell to the left. He looks. Oh! It's outstanding! It's perfect! And Zekin becomes the hero Sentinels needed.
Another round where Fnatic have the lead, and Zekin bounces back. He fights back, unleashed. And when he's able to get this showstopper off cooldown, Durka almost saved it for this team. If he was able to pick up a third kill, but if he killed Zekin there, because Zekin has been the difference maker. He's been this X factor. He's been on Raze here. He's been getting value with all of his abilities, and he's been getting the multi-kills for this team.
Game on now. Really back to the Buckies, huh?
A lot of Buckies. 2020.
Hello?
Maybe. I mean, it's enough to kind of stop Sen. They're like,
B push.
I really like what's around there.
B पे take the 3 बंदे भी 3 बंदे भी push कर रहे हैं. एक A में दिख रहा है.
It's right back in Sen's court, isn't it? The momentum shift. Could be right there, right then. And they're trying to not give away the Buckies, right? Using the classics to deal with the Prowlers, trying to keep this a little bit under lock and key.
That's 2 Prowlers down just to get that information at B.
Yeah, मैंने तुम्हारी ये full screen करने की देख रहा था कैसे होगा full screen.
They have all of C mound, but Alpha with his Bucky here, waiting to strike to get one and lead.
Nah, wait, hero? Nah, okay, a nice try, but Sen keeping stable. This is good for them.
Okay, 3v5.
Find the tempo, control the game. I've done some damage, and it did actually. Durka dives in. Zen heating up here, taking the lead now. Looking sharp. Fnatic, what's your answer?
I don't know if the Bucky purchases was the play. I've seen some of these players on shows. I've seen some of them on Stingers. You know, we don't really look at the EMEA for the Stinger fights, but it's been working for it. But
they have all the Buckies.
Right now, Sentinels takes that lead. Zelsys has his lockdown, and Zekin looks like he's in form at the moment too. So, Fnatic, time for you to respond back, or you're going to let Sentinels start bullying you on this attack side.
Fnatic जीत जाएगी.
नहीं जीतेगी मेरे हिसाब से भाई
गारंटी है
1-1 चल रहा है स्कोर
So hungry for that kill. Wait, is he just
और 2-3 चल रहा है स्कोर
चौदह 1-1 मतलब कि एक राउंड वो एक मैच वो जीत चुके एक मैच वो जीत चुके हैं
Chronicle relinquishing that control, sitting back towards the A site.
उसको
Hero's got to reset a touch too. The space that 10's got is enough that has to be respected.
All 5 players for Sentinels towards this A area. Turret watching B first, Fnatic, Alpha on that jump spot still. But his position, he needs to back out of this now. He's been spotted. They need to at least activate that door to threaten that he's gone. He's actually going to back out of this. Haunt goes in, clears it, secures it. Chronicle back on that line with the Odin. Coming back to A, going to be very difficult. Going into B, that's what Sentinel's eyeing up. They have that lockdown for that post plant if they need it, but deciding, wait a minute, not the play we want to do. Let's go C. Let's get that pressure onto B. Let's break that turret, force that reaction. We get this lockdown, this post plant. We easily convert this round. Durka, he has a showstopper, and I've seen him run through smoke before. Is he going to do that again here to keep the pressure on? He's trying to get the paint shells off on the lockdown. He could cancel this. 23 seconds.
That might be enough. And now what do they do?
मुझे आता है
Time and running low on options. Durka going to be on defense.
नहीं मार पाएगा नहीं मार पाएगा नहीं मार पाएगा डर के मार दिया डर के नवाज होती भाई
And all their chances run away with the clock.
तो हल्के में ले लो डर के को मैच होती भाई डर के ने.
That was so well played from Fnatic there with that Odin spam, the re-clears with the Prowlers and the Haunts, the indecision from Sentinels there.
Sen
where
सब में
they wanted to go. Do they want to go back to
सैन
C?
के
Do
मैंने
they want to
जितने
go
मैच
B?
खेले
So
भाई
much time
सैन के खेले हैं तूने
wasted really.
देखें
अच्छा
भाई कल ये परसों का मैच देखा था भाई जो ये भाग हाँ नहीं EDG वाला भाई क्या भाग के रोटेशन कर रहे थे भाई
भाई मैंने देखा अगर 10 बच जाता है
he stopped the show. He calls the time.
आखिरी में एम जो लगाता है ना वो आखिरी में पूरा एम का गेम रहता है अगले बंदे का
भाई कल जो EDG के साथ सैन ने कभी सी जाए कभी ए जाए हेवन था भाई क्या दौड़ लगा रखी थी भाई.
It wasn't really super clean for Sentinels though.
That's
If we
true.
look back at this other round, Zekin got a 4K, ended up with that clutch. It started out and
Zelsis having that impact.
Zelsis was down. That was a 4 versus 5 conversion from them at that
नहीं करेंगे टाइम आउट के बाद पक्का आते हैं जो लेती है ना टीम वो पक्का आती है
टाइम आउट के बाद
It really is kind of like a one-man show.
क्योंकि ये स्ट्रेटजी बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं वहाँ के
I
देते
have to
हैं.
reiterate, he's been quiet. Saucy, he had some rounds here and there, especially on Sunset at Tiles to get them in the game, and that one round that he
दो तो
got
मैंने
with
किए
that
thank you बोल मुझे.
kickoff on Tiles probably was the difference maker in such a tight game like that. But here, they need to be all contributing. We're not seeing that. We see Fnatic contributing a lot. Durka had a really big impactful round there as well. Chronicle last game was all over them. But again, tournament life, and you picked attack.
ओमेन
Better
खेल रहा है
pick
ना वो.
attack for a reason.
ओमेन ही खेल रहा है और वो.
Early contact of B, 5 men, all in. They have that Viper's Pit.
मैं
They
तो
can lock
अच्छा ही
down one of the
खेलता हूँ अपना
rotation
देखो.
points. And here they go. Right in there.
बहुत आगे था तुमसे कल
गया हाँ ये
Both trying to catch on the backup, and it was Alpha to get second there.
Waterfall to spawn.
यार एक पे क्यों नहीं रुकते
Durka on 4 HP.
डर के मारेगा
Is he hearing this?
डर के मारेगा.
भाई जॉन क्यूटी
वो एंगल नहीं चेक करेगा कोई. अरे नहीं छूट गया. अरे भाई कवर भाई.
Boaster, the saving grace of Durka, who could do no more.
Easy है.
Go now.
Easy है.
Okay, a 3v2. Sassy and John QT. Nightfall. Viper's Pit. A big goal.
Hero और Chronicle full HP है ना.
Secure mound.
Easy हो जाएगा.
Gave it a glance, but that's going to force forward. Boaster tries to maybe catch him in that. Doesn't get a connection.
Prowler and Haunt and the C's to follow as well.
हम ये VALORANT पे नहीं देख सकते.
1 HP on John QT. And
कर push करो दोनों.
There was nowhere to hide, but Sassy, this guy is legendary for a reason, and this might be a reminder. Two in the round, he needs a third. Chronicle
अरे कर दिया.
was the king of binds. It doesn't matter now. Sassy Saucy saving Sentinels this round.
इन्होंने ना slow करा rotation बहुत.
Talk about a player and they show up.
क्योंकि उनकी भी फटी हुई थी ना ये B से घूम के आए थे आरामजादे.
Lost those two first players. Boaster getting a spam kill through the smoke. And another fast play out of heaven to get that second kill.
वो बेचारे दोनों Viper और Fade angle clear करने में रह गए.
Sentinel's gonna get back into this, but they go all the way through spawn. They find those opening kills. Durka so low, the crossfire broken, and the Viper's pit. It was almost sealing the deal. Saucy picking them off.
It took one time out and they look right back into it. They might be taken out again. Zekken leads the fray, as does Tens. They clear through Mount, and they're away. C-Site should be under SEN control. Nothing can stop them now. We might need that counter timeout from Fnatic to re-establish their control in the game themselves. This is a 5v3 and they have no step towards the site.
Sentinels looking so strong right now. And this is when they look the scariest. When they start getting these rounds off the back of these clutches. The X Factor, Saucy 1 versus 3. Zekken getting that big clutch before as well. Getting these swing rounds, forcing Fnatic onto these bad purchases. And then once they get these few rounds in the door, they kick up the speed. They find Fnatic. Durka, Bose are both out of the mound. Out of position. Now out of the round. Sentinels looking to pick up another round here. The economy for Fnatic is getting low. It's dwindling down, and you're right. A timeout surely has to be called here. Chronicle just on a Spectre and light shields.
Nice.
Gonna deal some damage here.
He'll do what he can, and he was going to give it up to the spike anyway. So takes body with him. Not sure if that was his ult potentially there. I'll have to double check when Kron's going to get that in. But beyond that, I was expecting a timeout. He is one away, so is Alpha. But as it stands, it looks like we're carrying on here, waiting to see if we do see the brakes being pumped. Maybe Fnatic still have a feeling they've got a good read here.
Well played though, well played.
Josh.
Nice open on C, boys. You guys did great.
That's true. It was a good opening on C. No timeout for Fnatic. Maybe thinking that they still have control over the situation, but not even taking it to Ice Sentinels. The way that they're picking up here, the pace of everything, they're catching the opening kills on Fnatic out in the open as well. You think maybe trying to put them on ice, slowing everything down. But that's not being the case. A little bit of fake pressure towards A from Sentinels. They could go straight into an executor. Alpha to defend against this. Their ultimates respectively. But already ready to do that. Right at the entrance, at the cusp.
No fear from Zekken.
Viper marna nahi.
Chronicle, but he's going to be caught here. Does he get punished on this? No. Actually, an opportunity. Punishment on this C site continuing. Saucy not going to go for plant just yet.
Chronicle left his ultimate. He doesn't want to get spammed there. It's going to drop.
But the rotation is going to be in. So 5 players here, and there's only 3 on the site currently for SEN. As we can see the disconnect from John QT. He's got himself waiting for that flank potentially. Not the worst in the world, not a bad position to be in. Obviously, we know they looking to get active, looking to get involved. Takes away Hero, knows about Chronicle. The Prowler to the left, but the paranoia
sends him away.
He won't fall. He stands. He's in trouble. And you can see why. Tens running supreme on the site.
Sentinels starting to run away from this. Fnatic, you have to use your timeout. Pump the brakes. Sentinels is getting away with everything they want to get. They're grouping as 5 and taking their time. Right now, it's within the first 30 or 40 seconds around some of these rounds that Sentinels is going in. I look back a few rounds ago, they got down, they basically ran out of time. That's how Fnatic won around because there was so much indecision. But here, they walk up, they take the space. Once they have that space, it's so decisive. There's no question about it. We're going in, we're taking it. Even Zekken goes in, goes down first to Chronicle. Doesn't matter, they follow it up, and they take the round.
And when we talk about swings and roundabouts and the confidence boost there, you have Celsius getting active, getting up here, yelling at Tens as well. Get proud of what you're doing about it. Swing momentum. Massive activation. Zekken back on the ult. Fnatic's economy in shambles. Now remind yourself, to those playing at home, 3 to 6 in the squad is not so bad. I mean, 2 of those rounds were on pistol.
But reminiscent of
समझ नहीं आ रहा Fnatic को कैसे रोके
on that first half. It ended up not in their favor, 5-7 I believe it was, but they
समझ में off निकालेंगे
suddenly they're back in the game and run away with it. So making sure that you get every round here is so important. If you are on Sentinels, you have that showstopper, you're winning with the tempo.
ये तो save round है क्या इनका save round है भाई ये तो
again. It's elimination. It's the last lap of the tournament. If you lose, is this how you go out?
Sorry. We'll find out.
Looking like a little bit of a fight towards A. Ten's precarious position, but the spike actually eyeing up that front B site. Potentially a split.
Oh, the tempo you talk about.
भाई क्या read किया है इन्होंने?
He saw nothing and still got two. How are you meant to
Fnatic
stop
क्या
this
rotate
guy?
मारी है भाई B पे?
Right now, you can't. But a weapon in the hands of Alpha.
Lurk पे भाई.
And that shift over to that A site. Sentinels is going there. They're going to go to that revolving door, but already Hero Alpha on that site. Potentially being able to isolate some fights here. It all starts with the first kill.
Yeah, pre-fire on it. He's already been forced away. It's on Alpha, who tries to swing, but Sassy too aware. Ten's now in unison with Zelsis.
Down A.
They've claimed control of the site and a 1v3 required for Chronicle. To try and dismantle all three of these would be monumental. One on tree, one on site, now two. How are you going to divide that?
Maybe saving is in his best interest at this point. It was a low econ round for Fnatic. They took that timeout. They talked about the plan. It wasn't for this round. It's for this next round coming up. How are they going to deal with everything that Sentinels is throwing at them? Sentinels, again, another quick round. Within the first 30 seconds, 40 seconds, they are making their hit. They're going straight into Fnatic's faces.
Toxins going up. Kill.
One
enemy remaining.
Nice try.
एक को तो मार देगा.
Couldn't quite keep the weapon. And the money's just fine for Sen.
सही खेल गया एक को.
7 rounds now, Josh. This is the tilting point. I don't think that 3 would be
Off
enough.
निकालेंगे अब.
That's all that
अब बड़े हथियार
he
use
saw
होंगे,
and was
देख
still
लियो.
able to get both. That is what a player. What a goddamn player. But now, Josh, this is the changing point, isn't it? It's game on or it might be game over. 3 is such a small margin. And you feel like one of the Sen players will give you a round or two, so you can't bank on that.
We look at these teams, we look at the structure and the methodical nature of Fnatic. We see Sentinels relying on that individual prowess, that X factor, being explosive and running with that momentum. We're seeing a perfect example of it right here. Stealing this game away off the back of 2 huge swing round clutches. The first was Zekin, the second was Saucy. And now with a 4-round lead, potentially looking, eyeing up that 5th round lead. Fnatic, even with that pistol, are trailing. Sentinels.
Is this the perfect fake?
This is, well, they slowed right down, right? Usually they would be hitting by now. Boaster on the jump spot. He's gonna get this info. Don't overstay your welcome, though.
He's got a back here. They've been constantly crushing that C site in the buy rounds, but now they start to lean back towards A. The nightfall there, Boaster is going to be caught up in this. There's no evading that. Oh, he gets punished! Second, slicing through the site. That's going to be a plant. That's 5 alive. That's a lot of util as well still to play through. Paranoia with Tens, the smoke when he feels like it. Sassy with all of the kit. And on the other side, the showstopper for Durka. Hero potentially could get his ult here if he can get a kill. But they're hold strong on the side. Sentinels want safety. They want the numbers for that second half. They want 8 rounds. Anything less may not be enough, but Alpha going to set it into motion. Taking away Zekin, the spam comes in towards tree. It's where all the 3 players from Sen are currently sitting. One slay disconnected is Zelsis, but they take over the site, and Durka takes the kill. John QT standing tall for Sentinels. Finally put down by Durka for the 1v1. And the time is too low. Surely there's no more. And Fnatic are on the ropes.
अगर उस पे नेड ना होते
unstoppable right now.
ऐसे संभालते हैं भाई आखिरी में भाई सीखो केजी ये होती है केजी ये
Fnatic's best efforts, they're caught out of
मैं भी ऐसे
position.
खेलता हूँ
ये होती है केजी
जब मैं फनेटिक के साथ खेलता हूँ तो मैं ऐसे खेलता हूँ
आखिरी बार कब खेले आप
नहीं तो मैंने तो सिखाया है इन सबको
आखिरी बार कब खेले आप
अभी परसों खेला था
अच्छा सपने में
अरे सीरियसली भाई मैंने ट्रेन किया इन सबको भाई
2 round losses in a row.
दो लोग देख रहे हैं दोनों में तो ये
Reality of the situation setting in. 4 rounds is the most that Fnatic can now achieve. Sentinels
मम्मा
eyeing up
चुदवाली
फैमिली फ्रेंडली टीम थी मेरी चौथी
They haven't got a grip on this half. Sentinels have outplayed them. They're attacking.
तू देख रहा है और मैं देख रहा हूँ कौन किसकी फैमिली आ गई यहाँ पे मुझे पता चला मेरी स्ट्रीम मेरी बहन भी देख रही है
Dangerous man
बीच
through. Backs away, takes a moment of respite. As
तमीज
Fnatic
से रहना
reset
पड़ेगा
towards the
तमीज
site.
से ठीक है
ना
Big stall.
नहीं क्योंकि ज्यादा नीचे हो जाते हैं
Sentinels has
कभी
been hitting the
नहीं
actual
वो वाली
site
तो मैं
all the
वो
previous
तो
rounds.
गाली तो मैं देता ही नहीं ना ऐसी बड़ी वाली तो
7 or so
स्ट्रीम
rounds, but
ना
now
कल वाली जो मेरी वाली पे करे थे उसका
they
क्या
have that ace face, but they need
तुमने
to
शुरू
clean
करी
C
थी
mount
मैंने
first
कुछ नहीं करी
before
थी
they do
तुमने
their
करी
next
थी
action.
तुमने शुरू करी थी
तुमने करी थी कहा था कि मैं स्ट्रीम नहीं कर रहा तू कर रहा है मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता
Don't think he sees Zekin.
हाँ
on that
because you
raise,
said
so
mother
I
mother
think it's
मैंने
just
कुछ
a
नहीं
lurk.
मदर कहा था
you said first
I
go
didn't
and
say
check
anything
your
first.
Down, but this is a fake.
Go
Fake
and
shots
check
to
your
stop
फिर
it.
तोड़ दिया
In position
अबे
to
रोज
try
कोई
to
फिर
get it.
तोड़ देगा भाई यार चोमू है क्या
वो नहीं
थोड़ा
टूटा
सा
वो नहीं टूटा
Ooh, hold on.
वो नहीं टूटा
But it's just a fake. It's towards A still.
शील्ड
And
लगा
Kill's
के
actually
उन्हें शील्ड
bolstering up that
दिलवाई
A
थी
site.
अपने
Is
से
there
भी
gonna be a
अल्ट
pivot
को
back through that blue door into B as soon as they get spotted here? 20 seconds remain.
वो पीछे चले गए थे कहते तोड़ ही देगा
They've unlocked the keys to the castle, but do they expect Chronicle? It doesn't matter! Sentinels striding through the site. Time!
अरे क्रॉनिकल
Working together! Desperate to hold on to this! Desperate for a chance!
Nice,
And
yeah.
Sassy
अरे यार
is the one to stand in their way!
कहाँ लगाऊं
Oh my god, the time! The time! Does he get it? No! Bullets! That's how it's
ओह जीरो बुलेट भाई
You couldn't ask for a better half for Sentinels. They'll be
किस्मत ही
happy
बेचारे की
with that.
झाटू
For
भाई
Fnatic,
जीरो बुलेट
their
भाई
work starts now.
कितनी गाली
This is
दे
the
रहा होगा
time
ना
to
इस
turn
टाइम पे
around.
अपनी किस्मत
To
को
take a glance back through this, but coming up in a moment's time, we even get to check
बेचारे ने
in.
रिलोड का टाइम नहीं था तो
Meteor
घर
in a
उठाई
moment
उसमें
to
जीरो बुलेट
Understand the trials and tribulations of these sort of situations.
बढ़िया था
But what a beautiful game we've got to
अच्छा रहो
witness.
ये वाला
There's only
वर्जन
one
सबसे
more
बढ़िया
half
होता
to
अभी
go.
तक
भाई यार यस हो गई उठ जा ए उठ जा
Hello everyone, I'm joined by a very
time out हो गया
special guest today,
अच्छा, half
Genghis
time हुआ ना?
नहीं
Meteor.
हाफ टाइम हो गया ना
ये कौन
Meteor,
है
how
मीटियोर
you
अच्छा
been? I saw you went on a trip recently. 오늘 하프타임 아주 특별한 손님 젠지의 메테오
बोल
선수
रही है ये?
만나보겠습니다. 최근에 좀 어떻게 지내셨어요?
코리아,
최근에
코리안.
여행도 좀
아,
다녀오셨던
코리아
것
뭐지, 코리아.
같았는데.
일단
코리안
돈 나가서
sorry,
친구들도
가디안
좀 만났고 이제 못 본 부모님도 좀 만나고 왔고
안나
그리고
본다
랭크
눈다
열심히 하고
눈다
있습니다.
눈다
Racist
본다
साले।
I got to spend time with
मैंने
my
जवाब दिया उसे
Racist।
तेरे को नहीं आती मेरी क्या गलती भाई
रेसिस्ट
그리고 and also this color shirt today. I want to ask, if I may, who are you rooting
जब
for?
ये इंग्लिश
오늘
बोल सकती है तो
옷에
ये कोरियन में
혹시
क्यों बोल
누구
रही थी
응원하러 오신 건가요?
दिखा रही है कोरियन को अपना
사실
सपोर्ट
DRX 경기를 보러 왔는데
fanatic
첫 번째
뭔가요?
경기가
코리안
없을 것
색이야.
같아서 놀러 오게 된 것 같습니다.
होंगे
You know, I actually came to watch the second match with
हर country की
DRX,
fanatic
but you
अलग
know,
है ना?
today's game, it's been fun, so I'm just here to watch. And, you know, I think you might have some words
India वाली
that
तो
you want
बंद
to
हो गई शायद
say to Sentinels. So
इंडिया
let
की
me
तो
just
सभी बंद
ask,
होती दिख गई
혹시
मुझे
센티넬에게
बची
한마디
कौन है इंडिया में?
가능하신가요?
सोल नहीं हो सकती बंद
일단 우리를 이기고
अपनी
올라갔으니까
reality
좀 더
बंद नहीं हो
높은
सकती
곳으로
जब तक
올라갔으면
फाटू टीम चल रहा है
좋겠고 우승은 DRX가 해야 되니까 준우승
सी
했으면
सी
좋겠다.
यार ठीक है पर
You
करो
know,
ना
you
कुछ
guys
ऐसे
beat us,
कांड
so
फाड़
I
में
hope you
shit।
guys make it far, but the
मुझे ही
trophy
जाना
is
पड़ेगा क्या?
DRX's, so let's just end it
हाँ
right
नहीं तो
there.
हो नहीं पा रहा
Alright,
इनसे
that was Genji's Meteor for
भाई
the
देखो
halftime
पैसा
interview,
सीसी कमा के
and
देते
let's
हैं
go back to Lotus.
ई स्पोर्ट्स वाला करियर उतना है नहीं इंडिया में क्योंकि अच्छा खेल नहीं पाते लौंडे हमारे
Great
इनको
to
बाहर
hear
से लेके
from
आने
Meteor
पड़ते हैं
there, but 8-4, we focus back
मैं
up.
मेरे को जाना
Josh
पड़ेगा
played, you
यार
said,
ई
not a lot of
स्पोर्ट्स
time to do it, but where is your
सही
mind
बात।
going with one half remaining?
Fnatic have looked good with pistols. That's the silver lining in the situation. Facing off elimination against Sentinels here on the third map of Lotus. One of Fnatic's stronger maps, but pointing out how it's one of their stronger maps. They usually have a 60% win rate on their defensive rounds. Right now, they got 4 rounds out of those 12. So needing to dig deep and pull something out of this attack side. We know that they like to start slow, feel out the situation. But
देख रहा है दोनों केजे ने शेरिफ लिया
confident. They're ready to take some fights. They've won the big clutches all game so far. Fnatic, they need to start getting some big clutches of their own.
Can they activate?
Very slow start. And Sentinels is having this read towards A. They got that turret to watch B from heaven and ready to play that retake on C. They better have a really good plan because right now Fnatic's
हाँ तो रेना किसी काम की नहीं होती ना
रेना पूरा गेम स्किल लेजेंड है हार्ड है वो
spawn
Boombot,
e-sport वाले नहीं खेल पाते उसको अच्छे से
everything they need to go in here.
e-sport वाले mainly वो agents खेलना पसंद करते हैं जो info दे और उनको push करने में मदद करे
जिन पे बहुत सारी abilities होती है वो लोग
या फिर
abilities क्या खुद के लिए काम करती हैं बस
रेना खुद के लिए काम करती है और रेना को support भी चाहिए फिर रेना और जेट
किसका चाहिए
रेना को चाहिए support थोड़ा सा info के लिए रेना अपने आप तो इन्फो नहीं ले सकती ना
रेना का मेन काम रेना मेरे बेसिकली टीम के लिए कुछ नहीं कर सकती ये चीज
है रेना को अगर तुमने एनिमी की पोजीशन बता दी कि यहाँ है तो रेना पुश करके मार सकती है पर उसके लिए एक और एजेंट चाहिए
पर मान ले कि तू जेट है रेना है
नहीं रेस का बूमबॉट अगर स्पॉट करेगा रेस मार सकती है फिर भी
अबे रेस ठीक है जेट और रेना कह रहा हूँ
हाँ ये दोनों सेकेंडरी डुएलिस्ट की माने जाते हैं जेट तो बिल्कुल जेट के पास कुछ नहीं है
to start it off, taken down Hero and Ducker now blinded, put to the corner and down with by second. Another step taken, the HP dwindling. Sentinels, this could be the first nail in the Fnatic coffin. Oh, and it's just flawless.
And भाई ये ऐसे होती है रीटेक ऐसे
flawless round for Sentinels, a pistol
अरे
round.
देख हम ऐसा अटैक करते हैं
dig a deeper grave for Fnatic to sit in because right now
हम ऐसा अटैक करते हैं मेरे भाई सामने वाले ऐसा डिफेंड करते हैं
from the side of Fnatic. They knew the retake was coming. Fnatic, they had their abilities, the paint shells, the paranoia, but they don't have the positioning, they don't have the crossfires, they're not communicating, they're not getting the trades, they're not even getting a single kill, let alone a trade.
क्या खुशी मिलती है
4-9, another step. Double digits just feels so oppressive to face down.
Cover going out.
कैसे जा रहे हैं?
ओ भाई आ गए
लाइन बना के
get the spike planted, but they need to do a better job than last
बहुत सही भाई
साइड तो ले ली
It's so difficult with these weapons. Like, what are they meant to do? They can try and play the choke points, play, you know, a little bit close here, try and catch
सही है
10 नहीं बैठा है कोने में 10 तो क्या होगा 10 की फाइट चल रही
है Sarsi gonna find Chronicle. Hero tries to lean forward.
वो spike लेके
paranoia and nearly punished. But the plant gonna come down now. And barely damage done towards Sen as they slowly step back.
भाई वो
towards
spike
that
लेके वहाँ चला गया था मैं ही गाली दे देता उसे तो
Ten's the first one who might have an issue though. There's two players over towards that blue door. Sarsi going to alleviate some of the pressure. And he is. Turns around, leads the weapon over towards his teammate. The flood comes in. Exchange of space. Now they're locked out towards blue door. What are you meant to do with this? 4v2. They're locked off. They're smoked off. They are screwed and they have to watch as the defuse comes on in. There is no escaping their fate. 10 rounds for Sentinels.
away with it. The same sort of confidence and we saw in that first map of Sunset is coming back in full force right now. They're firing in all cylinders.
अब तो सैन में पूरा confidence
They don't have an answer. They're trying to switch up their game plan, getting down and dirty, a fast tempo into B, getting into their faces, trying to, you know, play a scrappy round out. But that's not working. You can't out-scrap the scrap masters.
स्लो खेलना चाहिए था स्लो खेलने रहे हैं पता नहीं कौन से नशे कर रहे हैं
Two Bulldogs Guardian. Oh, where the hell was that?
Spam through tree onto A main, and the smokes are gone for Fnatic. Just that Viper wall remains. And trying to break through. There's 3 defenders here.
Sentinels just getting stronger and stronger.
तू एक बात देख रहा है?
The bigger the challenge, the better they get.
इन्होंने 2 smokers ले रखे
They
हैं
still have to work with lesser weaponry. It is rifles with Fnatic up against Stingers, Sheriffs, Bulldogs.
पता है क्यों ले रखे हैं एक अटैक मतलब
But it's the numbers, Josh.
अबे तो उसकी वॉल तो है वाइपर की
हाँ तो वाइपर फिर स्मोक खाली नहीं है ना फिर एक तरीके से कैसे बताऊं
contact kill is pivotal. Durka doesn't get it.
भी है ना उसके वो
No, but John QT will. That's the spike. Oh, it couldn't be anywhere
दोनों ने
worse.
सेम टीम बनाई है
As now they can control it, temper it. And it feels just like a death funnel through
Same
there.
team क्यों
What
है?
are you meant to
same है
do?
भाई इनकी.
हाँ.
Slow motion train wreck happening here. The recycling of these, the crossfire that they have.
They
And
can't
भाई
do
ये
anything.
screenshot ले लिए best team का layout है.
हाँ मुझे भी
They
लग
are
रहा है.
watching their
इसमें से
tournament
तू क्या खेल सकता है?
be
मैं तो
drawn
सब खेल
away from them
मैं इसमें
second
से खेल
by
सकता हूँ
second. It
ओमन
will be
और
11
वाइपर.
if SEN convert this, which looks exceedingly
दो चीज
likely.
कर सकता हूँ मैं.
And
और
it's
पता है
an
इनमें से वाइपर जो इनकी
excruciating
लाइनअप पे
death
नहीं
for
खेलती.
Fnatic here.
लाइनअप तो वाइपर का
That
कुछ
spike
ज्यादा
is down,
इफेक्टिव
but
रहा
there is
भी
no
नहीं है ना.
recovering this.
नहीं
Single
कर जाता
round
है
है,
उनका
उसका
वाइपर का
poison.
लाइनअप भी.
Single poison
So
बचा है
well,
भाई.
Fnatic's
एक ही
hopes
हो
on
गया.
this.
Sorry.
Sitting there, they had paint shells ready, they had paranoia ready, there was no getting
अच्छा
through
स्पाइक
Fnatic.
गिराए बैठे हैं. Very good.
Does he live? He does.
Save.
Sentinel's not looking to punish, but getting so close to that 12th round scoreline. Fnatic not finding any opening kills here. In fact,
That's it.
just a few
Oh!
fan bullets.
भाई.
So nasty.
Fuck white hands भाई यार.
By the way, I was practicing the spam in ranked yesterday.
टेंस ने क्या किया यार?
Well,
Ball
Hey,
bang
it
मारा है
works out.
भाई ये पे.
but we look at Sentinels
Three
here.
से.
They're all contributing now. This
तो
is
miss
a
हो रहा है
main
मेरा
point
सब
from the
कुछ.
previous games. They weren't. And on the other side, Fnatic, where are you guys at?
Need to wake up.
तू कर कमेंट्री 2 मिनट माइक बंद है
Stand
मेरा.
tall. Or it falls to
Commentary तो हो रही है.
pieces.
Volume बढ़ा दे.
And all is forgotten throughout the year. The recency bias is pretty huge in Valorant, and this one is going to
भाई
be telling.
VCT वो तो नहीं मारता कॉपीराइट.
Fnatic made a great run of
No,
things with Hero. They've looked as good as they could be.
Fair use में
But
आता है ना
this might be
reacting
where
तो.
they falter. This might be where they fall. 12 could be
मारेगा,
placed on that
delete कर
board
दियो
after this
मैं.
round.
Oh,
Booster
not again!
इतना खाली नहीं है.
Just
तू कोई
repeating
बड़ा
these
स्ट्रीमर थोड़ी ना
nightmares
है.
over and over,
हाँ,
and
वही तो.
Tens at the helm. Zelsis ready and
हाँ यार
waiting.
टेंस वॉल बैंग में मार रहा है भाई. हद हो गई. गार्जियन लिया ट्री में खड़ा है भाई.
Not looking phased now.
बढ़िया है लेकिन.
And they let them take a little bit of space, but there's no
Khatam
security
bhai.
behind it. There's no safety here.
4v5. We've seen Sentinels win these types of rounds constantly this series. Fnatic, they haven't. Their post plants, even with 5, haven't looked too hot. Right now, Durka and Hero in that heaven, trying to
अबे
disrupt
यहाँ
the
से
retake a
वॉल
little
बैंग
bit.
है क्या?
Sentinels taking their time, making sure they're moving together. Now they're grouped. Now the retake comes in.
And it's almost an extended bonus. Anything is a benefit in this sort of round, and for Fnatic, it's a must-win. The scales tilted against them. Sussy goes down. It's going to be Chronicle taking them away step by step. Maybe a chance made here, but
Nice.
Sentinels fighting back in.
Arre,
Taking the
arre, arre.
ties, wait the timing.
अरे
He's got the defuse. He's
what
absolutely
the
got
fuck
defuse.
भाई.
Is how Sentinels get to 12.
भाई क्या राउंड निकाला है मार.
I got nothing to say.
भाई
That is
यार.
just so well played by Sentinels, taking their time, confident. They're
भाई
not afraid at all
Fnatic
to
की तो ले
wait,
ली भाई
take their
गंदी.
time in that
भाई
retake.
Fnatic जीत रही थी ये
That
तो क्या
first
कहते थे
goal,
आप?
opening it up,
भाई
making it a
कितना
5-6
गंदा
score,
राउंड
makes it a
निकाला है.
little
तूने
bit easier.
देखा ये राउंड?
नहीं अभी देख रहा हूँ.
Going too fast,
Okay.
not tripping over themselves, and their
Revenge shoot.
patience
भाई.
pays off there. Fnatic falling.
भाई
Just give me a
4
second,
सेकंड
just
में
make
सारी
a
टीम
spam
खत्म मारी भाई.
These people, not even Fnatic, not humans, barely at this point, just these people.
भाई सेन की जर्सी खरीद लें क्या?
Chance to dance here for Fnatic. This is it. This
भाई
is the
क्या
time.
राउंड निकाला है भाई. पूरे साइड
All
कंट्रोल
rounds,
थी उनके पास.
all
लीड
they
थी.
together.
भाई रुकिए सेंटिनल की जर्सी कितने की है?
Sentinels look on
Sentinel
fire, on form, and
jersey.
poised to carry on. The last signs of life will be either brought back here for Fnatic or
अबे आप क्या टाइम आउट ले रहे हो?
भाई सेंटिनल
अब तो
की
आ ही
जैकेट
गए.
9400 की है.
they got the players. They're in the right place, the right time.
And
Everything.
भाई
is
मैं
great.
मंगवा दूंगा. मैं भी इनको जब वो देने जाऊंगा ना ट्रेनिंग.
अच्छा
तब मैं ले आऊंगा तेरे लिए.
अच्छा उठा चोरी करके ले आइयो जो टेंस की लाइयो ठीक है.
अरे मैं यार
The one
मतलब
thing
उनका
that
वो
is going in the
Coach.
favor of Fnatic
अच्छा,
right
अच्छा,
now
अच्छा,
is
अच्छा,
going to be
अच्छा,
this
अच्छा, सही
timeout. It's their IGL boaster. Camera on him right now.
शर्म नहीं
He
आती
was
भाई.
first to fall. to a
क्यों ले रहे हैं भाई
dominant
टाइम
stand
आउट?
in the room. Back-to-back rounds.
इन्हें लग रहा है ये जीत जाएंगे अब.
You're trying to make
4 से 12
decisions
कर
where you're trying
लेंगे.
to stay clear-minded about what you want to do.
एक
how
राउंड
you
तो
wanna play
10
out
जैसी
these
मार
rounds.
देगा आग बंद करके.
Especially in these mid rounds when you have to pivot.
वॉल बैंग में ले रहा है वो
Reset
इन्हें.
it, give you some direction is going to be
भाई
important. The
final
counter
round है
spam
भाई. ये
is
जीत
the
के तो
play,
I
but
think,
Zelsis is sitting here ready. It's
SN
gonna
आगे
be
बढ़
a
जाएगी ना.
spam battle.
फाइनल्स में.
हाँ.
This could be the defining
शायद से.
moment. How does it come through over towards A? Who walks away so far? Mostly unscathed.
पुश किया भाई.
ये देख रहा है यहाँ ओडिन करनी होती है. सीको.
अरे यहीं से तो वो गार्डियन कर रहा है, ओडिन कर रहा है, फॉल बैंग में उसने बिना देखे बंदे मार देता है भाई वो.
डर के ने एक ले लिया. टेंस मार दिया डर के ने.
But it's 4 players for Sentinels. And Zelsis looking a little like an immovable object here.
3 से आ रहे हैं.
पता
है. कोई और बैठा है?
नहीं है नहीं.
4 players from Sentinels in the
right
place.
चलाई. पड़ी तो है.
पड़ रही है भाई, बहुत गंदी पड़ रही है.
Trailing towards this A site. And Zekken waiting. Almost caged behind that door.
पड़ गई भाई, सबको पड़ गई, सब आधा आधे कर दिए.
ओए सेन ने भाई मारा.
And suddenly you're back to a 4v4. There's problems left, right. Celsius takes him away, and now down to 3. Man advantage to Sen. Alpha from the back lines fighting back, takes away John QT. Where do they go?
3 versus 3, no space. Really
ये लोग खुद रोटेशन में बैठे
these guys. They've spotted most of these players on the defense, but they're gonna run themselves out of time. Fnatic so indecisive in these moments, but they have to make a final decision.
अभी ये रोटेशन देख रहा है तू?
Pass Sentinels actually over.
वो लोग वहाँ पहुँच गए, ये लोग यहाँ पे.
Cheating हो गई उनके साथ.
Find an open site.
Okay, plant's gonna be in.
अरे ऐसे जा रहे हैं शिफ्ट वॉक करके भाई हराम.
अब पता लगेगा प्लांट होती. अरे प्लांट हो गया, भागो.
Some utility and the TP is here.
अरे इसमें पंगा ये भाग भी तो नहीं सकते. अब देखिए फेड और रेज रुकेंगे बहुत, धीरे-धीरे जाएंगे एंगल क्लियर करते हुए.
They're not spawned yet, which means they over-rotated.
Door,
Careful flank.
Yep. You're calling these positions out now, but with Zekken standing, there's danger, there's threat, as with Zelsis, as with Sarsi.
Cleared. Side
Heard the alarm about the smoke at the front of the site, the crossfire.
केजे को दिखाओ बे. हाँ.
This is looking good for them.
A chance made.
जल्दी से आ रहा है, जल्दी से.
ओडे मिलता ही.
राइट में बंदा
दीवारों में छेद कर रखा है.
Now down to 2. Hero.
ओए.
But Celsius.
खींच गए भाई, खींच गए.
Taking them away as Poster has to try and save them, and it's an absolute nightmare.
कर दिया भाई, कर दिया.
अरे.
बेहतरीन क्लच भाई, बेहतरीन क्लच.
भाई यार क्या गंदा आ रही है फनेटिक भाई.
Misses his first shot, but realizes time is so low. If
I
I get the diffuser right now, they might not be able to get on it in time. That target selection, that choice to switch.
कितने राउंड का होता है? 5 का होता है, 3 का होता है?
Moment again. The ability to do that in a moment like this.
कभी इतना लंबा मैंने देखा नहीं. एक दो मैच ही
देखा. Done. The year's done. That's the difference. That is what kept Fnatic alive.
बढ़िया.
If there's a comeback, and it's because of that.
Was it all for nothing though? Were this just glimmers of hope? Who knows? But I'm enjoying finding out. Tens, this is an iconic position for this man. I get scared when I see Tens here. No one can really help him in that, so they now know he is towards this.
अबे ये क्या हुआ?
He's chilling. He's got paranoia. He can teleport away if he needs to. He refreshes that one-way smoke. Fnatic denied that A main control. He knows that the defense is there. And Fnatic actually come back. They're taking towards B. They're taking the spike towards C. So potentially trying to connect through Waterfall. Otherwise hitting that revolving door and hitting C. But right now, the defense from Sentinels, they have 3 players in this position. They're ready to pivot. Zekken ready to fight B or A. He's been so crucial for these guys all series. Fnatic, 5-man.
Hello, Eagle bhai.
5 seconds left, no ultimates.
Time format kya hai?
With Nightfall as well. The mollies.
Time format.
It's a fortress that they have to break through right now. Fnatic, if they don't pivot back to
नहीं,
B.
कितने मिनट का होगा मैच?
5 मिनट का ब्लिट्स ही होगा.
Chronicle strides in, kicks down the door. John QT, the difference maker before. Eyeing it up now, trying to stand his ground. 20 seconds, smoked off by Waterfall. Maybe Fnatic have done enough to control the site.
15
Paint
seconds
shell
though.
posted, they got to be cautious here. That plant isn't for free, they're trying to test this. Tens gonna open the door, swing it. Boaster, big impact, finding 2, plants in play. Tens and John QT. Are you up for this? 2 low players, maybe 3 you could argue. And it's Tens. And it's John QT.
भाई टेंस का वॉल्विंग लग गया,
You
मजा आ
give
रहा
them
है.
credit, you give them their respect. They are a terrifying duo.
Okay, उनको लग रहा है क्रॉस कर गया.
Right now they're being toyed with. No time to make mistakes. As Tens leans in.
Oh, nice.
My God, is this how it goes? Is this truly how it falls away? Tens desperately at the helm trying to do this. 5 bullets to play with and not enough.
Nice,
Chronicle,
nice.
lifeline made. 6 rounds.
भाई यहाँ एक काम करेगा
So scary to start
यहाँ पे रोल दे
talking
मेरे
in
को
those
सुप्रीम को
moments, because when I look at that, it can still go either
और ये
direction.
चैनल को लॉक
Sentinels, even a
Channel
man
locked
down
है वो, कोई
multiple
दिक्कत नहीं है।
times so
ये join
far,
कैसे
they're
करेगा?
able to, with their patience,
पूछना आया
their
था
slow
वो।
अरे तो
retake,
कर कैसे
finding
पा रहा है
their
कोई भी
way
ये तो बात है ना
into
लाइव
that
लॉक कर रहा है
मैनेजमेंट में डाल रखा है उसमें मैंने।
एक तो तूने सबको मैनेजमेंट में डाल दिया है
covering all the holes.
नहीं सबको नहीं डाला है, 3
भाई मैनेजमेंट बहुत ज्यादा पावरफुल रोल है मत दे सबको
And Sentinels
अरे तो हटा दूंगा ना इसके बाद।
तो डिस्कॉर्ड खत्म कर दे वो इधर 2 मिनट में किसी लड़ाई होगी जरा सी
momentum going forward. It's
अरे
only 2 rounds that they just
अरे
lost
तो
here.
क्या कर लेगा डिस्कॉर्ड खत्म हो गया तो।
अरे तो बना भी तो मुश्किल से है किसी ढंग के बंदे ने बनाया है ये थोड़ी
बन जाएगा ढंग के बंदे मिल जाएंगे ऐसा डरेंगे क्या
अरे सबको रोल थोड़ी देके बांटे फिरेंगे
Both sides have
अरे
Viper's
तो
hit.
ये काम करते हैं ना भाई टूर्नामेंट में बंदों को लाते हैं बात करते हैं उनसे।
वो तो अच्छी बात है बट उसके लिए अभी मैं कर दूंगा हैंडल
Now's the best time.
इतना पावरफुल रोल नहीं देते
अभी
किसी
मत
को
कर अभी मत कर आज के बाद मैं इनको हटा ही दूंगा आज का बस
देख लियो पर अब ज्यादा रोल मत दियो किसी भी में ना
नहीं मैं तो इनको देने के बाद हटा दूंगा। टूर्नामेंट के लिए दिया है भाई बच्चों को तो होना दूंगा।
So with these players, how do you play perfectly against a team like Sentinels? To not get one rounded, you know what I mean? That one round where you'll have John QT clutch up, or maybe it'll be 10s this time, or list the whole team. I don't know how Fnatic can continue walking this path.
नहीं कर पाएंगे भाई यार क्या लग रहा है?
Problem is, even if Fnatic does make every correct decision, even if they do play perfect, it comes down to shooting and a big battle and a big war, and right now
Fnatic
some of the
हिम्मत हार
Fnatic
चुकी
players
है।
have not been connecting some of their shots.
ना
Whereas
ना
Sentinels,
दूसरी
they've
के
been
2
doing
राउंड
a
जीती है ना
pretty
अभी ये
good job of winning out their
नहीं
duels.
हार चुकी है हिम्मत।
The last time out Sentinels took round 7, they got 5 rounds.
लग रहा है 6 राउंड लगातार जीतेंगे।
You'd imagine apprehension at an all-time high.
कुछ भी भरोसा नहीं है नहीं किसी
No mistakes allowed, no missteps.
Tens with the economy for
ये टेंस नहीं मान रहा भाई।
chooses the Guardian,
Tries
tries to get more spam kills, or at
बहुत
least
तो मरेगा
इन्हें आ रहे हैं मजे वॉल बैंक में भाई।
जॉन क्यूटी में अल्ट करके बैठ गया
them
कोई
off of
लगी
it,
उसे
but
क्या
Fnatic, 4 players towards A, looking to take
हाँ
this
लग रही है भाई ये दीवारें बहुत कच्ची दीवारें हैं हमें भी ऐसी करना चाहिए।
Revealing his new position, he has stepped further back.
सुना तो था मैंने
And I look at this lockdown, I look at this Viper's Pit. If this is a B hit, this lockdown could be so devastating for Fnatic. It looks like they're eyeing that up. Alpha already at middle, ready to go. And enough pressure. He's pulled the rotation into A site.
भी निकलेंगे भाग लिए
Doesn't care. He's gonna let them have the site. Plant, I don't care. I use my lockdown here to flush you out. There's nothing that can stop them.
ओ वाइपर अल्ट
ओके अरे भाई
अरे यार ये
Plant in. What do they do with this? They can still live in the Viper's Pit if they just push through towards CT, but there's 3 players and they can spam this the hell out. It is going to be the battle of Spawn breaking out now. And second is the Warrior who's just ripping apart Fnatic. Limb by limb they fall. And this is what it comes down to. A 1v5. A desperate attempt. And the defuse will be there. The roar of the crowd reserved for the special few.
दिमाग ही नहीं लगाया भाई इन्हें पता है केजे पे अल्ट है तो बी क्यों जाना है इन्हें।
I was not expecting Sentinels to be playing.
कई बार हो जाता है ब्रेन डेड दोबारा सिखा के आना पड़ेगा इन्हें।
भाई पेनल्टी के साइड वाले क्या हो गया
मैं जिसकी साइड रहता हूँ वो हार ही जाती है।
Everything from happening and they look so elated right now getting past this obstacle, this barrier.
And the rivalry will continue. I think it's the best way to put it, and something that true Valorant fans will always look forward to when these two teams meet. A wonderful series, 3 maps. I'm so pleased we got a fantastic series here between the both
teams.
And Fnatic, they gave it their all. I think we can say that fairly. Chronicle, I mean, the guy had a world-class series on Bind, Sunset, 11-13. A valiant attempt from the Fnatic side with a stand-in, with a young player who has to walk against the likes of Sentinels who came out today and looked a step above.
The Fnatic, they were really strong at stage 2, going all the way in playoffs. They haven't shown the same amount of strength. Sentinels, on the other hand, taking out first round, that knockout round of the playoffs. They squeak by in that group of death. People don't expect them to get by.
True.
They make their way over here. They do it in style. They show so much strength here. Sunset, who saw that coming? Bind, no problem. Get to Lotus, and they just blow them out 13-6.
You have to be so proud if you're a Sentinels fan, if you've been watching them the entire way. It feels like no matter the odds, they have that depth. And they show it time and time again. The more you doubt them, the stronger they look. And they made it out of the group of death. They put Fnatic to theirs. They live to fight another day. A real stark contrast here of the highs and lows of competition like this, but it's the beauty of the game. It's truly what we're all here for. Seeing these teams stretch and push, get stronger, better. And this is just a perfect example of that, Josh.
That lose their steam, fall off. Sentinels, not one of those teams right now. It looks like they're getting recharged, rejuvenated. The deeper they go, and the more difficult it is to get through these next rounds.
The stronger they get.
Stronger they get.
It blows my mind to watch these boys play. What an absolutely beautiful series of Valorant. And a little bit of a treat for you playing along at home. You don't want to go anywhere. Obviously, there's another game coming up today, but we also get to check in as well. The Verizon post-match interview, we have Sassy standing by. If you want to hear this.
Hello everyone, it's Bella with the post-match interviews.